Fun fact number 91, Chapter 6 of Children of Light. It's a very, very, very short chapter, and it's called Flashes. Nagar had seen the flash of light across the sky between Reggasun and Flare Sun. The light was not created by a falling star or light of any species that Nagar was familiar with. The object was orbiting Seti and was a solid that was not very bright. Nagar spoke with Shub, who gave Nagar no insight into the phenomenon. Ryan was told about the flash in the sky. Ryan had been expecting Zeus for a long time. The invisible light of Neutrino Mountain had whispered of it in the ice caves long ago. They had spoken of Earth, where the previous high starian had traveled to and returned with a wonderful new transform that only the highest starians were allowed at times to use. The previous high starian, Riel, had brought many new transforms from Earth, but one was Riel's favorite. Riel eventually left Seti and never returned. Port Sun had died since then, and the empty shell had been gravitated towards Reggasun and exploded in its heat. Time is irrelevant on Seti because the major inhabitants of Seti live forever under specific circumstances. And they had lived forever. Any Setian measured time by happenings in the sky or comings and goings of central beings of the culture. Riel was one. Dumas was another. The disappearance of Port Sun was a major occurrence that took 1 or 2 centuries of Earth time to be completed, but to Ryan the end of Port Sun was only the time of Ryan's youth. Ryan was raised as a high starian after it, Riel, chose to leave and transform. It had taught the starians many new things of Earth, but its love of Earth was so great that Riel would have disappeared to Neutrino Mountain before its time. Riel loved to travel. The death of Riel would be to stay. So Riel left and traveled the galaxies. Ryan is the most radiant of all the starians or previous high starians. The flash of light across the sky now saddened Ryan. How would these humans be? Found a typo. Would they understand the Seti starian culture? All Seti starians were to stay near the center of the North Pole of Seti until it was decided whether or not to interfere with the human mission. If they had survived their trip, if the Nomons weren't aware of the importance of the flash of light. So fun reading it again and again and finding more typos that I haven't corrected, even though this book I wrote 30 or so years ago. So, we will continue with Chapter 7, which is called Descendants, and it's many more pages. So it'll be a longer read, but I hope you enjoyed. Fun fact or read aloud, number 91, Chapter 6, Flashes of Children of Light. Ciao, bellas.